The fire, which reportedly erupted in the kitchen, led Coleman to undertake a daring rescue mission. Without a second thought for his own safety, he managed to pull his parents from the inferno that had engulfed their home. Yet realizing his dog was still inside, he plunged back into the flames. This third foray into the smoke-filled nightmare resulted in Coleman suffering from severe smoke inhalation, rendering him unconscious and necessitating an airlift to the nearest hospital. The fire's severity was such that it led to the collapse of the house's roof, highlighting the life-threatening danger that Coleman faced during the rescue. Coleman's current medical condition remains unknown following his airlift to the hospital, but again, the severity of the situation was compounded by the collapse of the home's roof shortly after emergency crews arrived. Renowned for his accomplishments in the UFC, Coleman was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008 and is revered as one of the greatest heavyweight fighters in the sport's history. Despite recent years being dedicated to regaining fighting form, Coleman has also embraced a role as a coach and mentor, notably supporting fellow UFC fighter Matt Brown.
The grandfather, as he calls me, man.
Coleman's legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights in MMA history is undisputed, yet this act of bravery adds an indelible chapter to his story, reminding us that heroes exist not only in the tales of old, but walk among us, facing down the fires of fate with the heart of a champion.
Back in Columbus, Ohio, Hilliard, Ohio. What's up, Ham? My dog was at the dog hotel. He's completely changed for some reason. I forgot my medicine on this trip. It just totally zapped my energy. So luckily I had time to sleep. I did sleep for a lot. Good morning. Let's go. Another day to get better. Always move forward, always make progress, never give up, just keep going, do more. Best version of yourself you can be. Exercise is health, health is wealth. Let's go, show the cool carnivore diet, 9-6 Holy crap, look at this. I'm at one of my favorite places, Sweet Grass Farms in Frederickville. What's up, guys? Milk and the cows.
What up, fight fans? Welcome to, or welcome back to Hothead Productions, the MMA channel of unpopular opinion. So go ahead and help a guy out and click some buttons. Fuck it, give me a subscription. Bitch ass viewer discretion is advised. This is a video covering all the biggest headlines in MMA right now. If you didn't like it, you didn't have to click on it, but you did, didn't you? And I appreciate you for that. Thank you. Alright, there's a lot going on in the MMA news right now. Let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with some more serious topics, and then we'll get into some more lighthearted stuff at the end of the video. The first thing we're going to touch on is really heavy. Mark Coleman, UFC and MMA legend, is in hospital in serious condition. His condition is still unsure at this point. His children have put out a message on social media letting everybody know that there's a GoFundMe up and running. Mark Coleman's childhood home caught on fire, I believe it was last night or the night before. When he figured out what was going on, he got himself out of the house, realized that his parents were still inside sleeping and their family dog as well. Mark Coleman doubled back into the house while the roof was collapsing. He was able to save both of his parents, got them out of the house, went back in for third, fourth time back into the blaze to save the dog, was unable to save the dog. The dog perished in the fire. By the time paramedics got to him, he had lost consciousness and he was air evacuated to hospital. An absolute tragedy, and he is a hero, that goes without saying. I think any of us could put ourselves in that situation or try to, and this is just horrible. What a tragedy. So my heart and prayers go out to the Coleman family, wishing Mark Coleman a speedy and healthy recovery in this process. Also in the news, Chito Vera's house was burglarized during UFC 299 while he was at UFC 299 fighting. Of course, it's going to be somebody he knows, I believe, maybe a neighbor. Cheeto Vera has come out on social media saying that he's going to find whoever did it. He has a video of the guy breaking in. All I gotta say is that guy may as well just kill himself, because after the fight that Cheeto Vera was in, coming home to that, he's not in a good mental place right now. I would not want to be on Cheeto's bad side right now. So good luck to that motherfucker. And Strickland has come out on social media. He's said all sorts of stuff. X has got warnings beside his post now. It looks like he has been flagged by the powers that be. His ass better be careful or he is actually going to get cancelled. And we all know how that goes. Look at the Andrew and Tristan Tate situation. I'm not going to talk too much about that. But along with that, Strickland also wants the DDP rematch. He's done a post about it saying that both him and Dana White thought that he won it along with a lot of other people, so that fight needs to be run back. And I could not agree more. And the masses are definitely divided on this one, but we got Masvidal fighting Nathan Diaz. Why is this exciting? I'll tell you why if you can't put it together yourself. Masvidal, Street Jesus himself, and Nate Diaz already fought. They fought for the BMF title. The first BMF title. Masvidal did not defend that belt. He still got it collecting dust. The only reason why that fight was stopped was because Diaz was leaking blood like a sieve, like he tends to do. We don't mind it really, do we? But the referee didn't like it. The referee stopped it. And this time, they're going to have some boxing gloves on. They're going 10 rounds at 175 pounds. So I don't think we're going to have a problem with cuts like we did in MMA. So, what does that give us? That gives us a fucking slugfest for the ages. If you're not ready for that fight, you got to fucking pull your head out of your ass, because it's going to be a fucking great match. And we're getting near the end of the video, so I guess we can cover Ryan Garcia. Put him in the light a little bit for a second. He keeps doubling and tripling down on the insanity that he's putting all over social media. It's very clear to anybody with half a brain that he's just looking for attention. He's just trying to promote his fights, and he's just trying to blow up his social media. Is it possible that some of the stuff that he's saying is true? Of course it is. Fucking of course it is. It probably is true. But is he going to be able to prove it? Or does he look like a fucking lunatic? The stuff that's been moving under the radar has been moving under the radar for hundreds of years. Ryan Garcia is not going to be the one to pull the curtains open. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. But he's going to keep on at it, isn't he? And I've saved the best for last. Let's talk about Colby Covington and the cuck master Ian Gary and his wife Layla. So just when Colby Covington had made himself pretty much invisible to a lot of us MMA fans after his dirt shit garbage performance that he put on, he has come back and kept himself relevant once again. Hats off to Colby Covington, Donald Trump's favorite fighter. He had to remind everybody that several times in the video. But he has gone after Ian Gary. It's kind of funny that Colby Covington, when first starting off that video message, he had kind of said that, you know, he's the biggest star in the division. But it's funny that Colby Covington's actually going after Ian Gary to keep himself relevant. But let's put that aside for a second. He had 3 stipulations to Ian Gary wanting to fight him. We can imagine they're going to be interesting, so let's get right into them. 3 stipulations. The first one is maybe the only one that they might be willing to do. So the first stipulation by Colby Covington for the Ian Gary fight to happen is that they turn their Instagram and social media comments back on. And if they shut them off right before the fight is canceled. Don't think Dana White would like that very much, but anyhow, this is Colby, keep in mind. So second stipulation for Ian Gary to get the fight with Colby Covington is that Layla has 60 seconds to get on her knees and beg for the fight. And the third stipulation for Ian Gary to fight Colby Covington is that he says Ian Gary has to sit in the corner of the bedroom and watch Layla get her 15 seconds of fame from Kobe while he takes her to Pound Town. Yeah. Not totally unreasonable, right? So those are the headlines, folks. Colby Covington's back at it. Silly Colby Covington. That silly bitch. What do you guys think about the headlines? What do you guys think about Colby Covington and Ian Gary? Let me know in the headlines. Check out the GoFundMe for Mark Coleman. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. And what do you guys think about everything going on in the MMA community right now? Let me know in the comments. Give me a subscription. I'm fucking out of here.